It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Lions and the Ravens coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Detroit Lions. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 66 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Goff on 1st down.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll start by running the option to the right. 1st down and more for Jackson. Still shedding tackles. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Khalif Raymond now. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Again, Jackson will keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Here's Khalif Raymond to return.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Let's go. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like
touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 44 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Raymond now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that would be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big pickup there on the run. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they're run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now Goff.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. In the second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take down all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could